We all know the importance of fast and reliable suppliers. Without them, our business is bound to fail. If we don't have good suppliers that have fast shipping and quality products, then that means our customers are going to be receiving very, very late shipments with some pretty bad quality products. So because of that, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 18 of the best dropshipping suppliers that you can use for your UK dropshipping store. Now, whether you're dropshipping to the UK from the UK or to the UK from any other country, these suppliers are going to give you some of the best products and fastest shipping. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with number one. And of course, we're going to be talking of one of the best there is, the AutoDS private suppliers for UK. Now, to get started with private suppliers from the UK, we are going to need to have an account with AutoDS. Now, for this, you are in luck because right now we have a trial period that you can get for 2 weeks for just $1. Once you sign up for that trial period, you'll have access to all of these private suppliers with some extra included bonuses. So check this out. Once we're signed into our account over at AutoDS, the first thing we need to do is run over to the marketplace. From here, we're going to go to the supplier section and we're going to choose the AutoDS suppliers. Then over here where it shows the ship to, we're going to change that from the US to the UK. Now, all of the products that we see on this list are going to be drop shipped to the UK. So as you can see right now, there's quite a few different variations of the same one from the same supplier, but that's because they just uploaded all of these new products. But if we do want to check out any other products that are available in pretty much any other niche, then we can just go ahead and select it down here. So let's say we want to sell pet products over in the UK. All we have to do is click on the pet section over here, and then we're going to have all of these different products that ship to the UK. Now, the little bonus that I was telling you earlier is this right here, customizable branding. So if we just go ahead and click into this, we're going to have all of the information for the product itself, but then we're also going to have this here, create your customizable branding. This means that you have the ability to upload your logo. So that way, whenever somebody places an order in your store, once this product is shipped out, it's going to be shipped out with a custom thank you card that has your logo in the back, and your invoice is also going to have your logo printed on it. That's going to give you an extra little level of professionalism. Now, to make things even quicker for you, because this is an automation dropshipping software, you have the option to import the product directly to your store from this page. So all we have to do if we aren't interested in selling this product is click on import draft, and then this product is going to be sent to our draft section where we can go ahead and change the name, the title, the description, the variation pricing, pretty much everything that we want prior to having it actually go live on our store. This is going to save us a lot of time and a lot of headaches from having to copy over all of the information, download all of the different images, and set up all of the pricing, calculate our pricing, and all of that stuff being done manually. AutoDS will do all of this for us automatically, saving us lots of time. And best of all, some of the other suppliers that we're going to be talking about in today's video, they're also suppliers that are supported by AutoDS, meaning we can go ahead and import all of our products that we like from them directly to our store as easy as this. The only difference is we just go to add products, single product, and then we just type in the link from the product from, let's say, our next supplier in here. Now, AutoDS isn't just limited to dropshipping products with your different suppliers. You also have access to AutoDS Print on Demand, where you can go ahead and customize any one of the different products that we have available through the website, such as t-shirts, mugs, sandals, bath curtains, and a lot more. All right, next up we have another supplier that pretty much everyone knows about, but everyone kind of has wrong what exactly it is, and that's AliExpress or AliExpress UK. Now, AliExpress is pretty much the go-to for everyone when they first start, and for good reason. They have tons of different products to choose from in literally every single niche that you can think of, with some of the best pricing, but you don't always have the fastest shipping. So one thing that you do want to do when you're sourcing from AliExpress, let's say we're looking for a wall clock. One thing that we always want to do when we're on our product page on AliExpress is go ahead and check out the shipping settings over here. Now, this is still set to the United States, so let's change this. Let's go ahead and put UK. All right, there we go. So what we want to do is we want to make sure over here that it says the delivery is within 2 weeks. Sometimes it might say about a month, and we don't want to deal with that. So always go ahead and click on this, and then you'll have all of the different options that there are for the different shipping options. So a lot of suppliers now don't have all of the different options like FedEx, UPS, the AliExpress shipping, and everything else there is, but some of them will. Now, for this one in particular, you don't really need it because it does have some pretty fast shipping. Showing right now we're on 3/26 or March 26th. It's showing that delivery will be between March 30th to April 2nd. So in this case, we don't need to change the shipping settings because we're still getting it within about a week. But if we do see that this delivery date is upwards of more than 2 weeks, then we do want to make sure that we do have different shipping options And if there aren't, if we're only stuck with about a month-long shipping, I suggest you go with a different supplier or a different seller. Now, one last thing I'm going to note before we go on to the next supplier is that AliExpress, they're not a supplier themselves. AliExpress is a marketplace with suppliers that sell within it. So as you can see here, this particular wall clock is sold by Ronco Store, a trader. And then if we look at this other one, this one you can see is sold by Dropshipping House Store. I don't know what's up with these people putting store at the end, but it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. But that's just what I wanted you to know. These are all being sold by separate suppliers or separate sellers, which a lot of the times are also dropshippers themselves, but they have access to factory direct from China. Now, speaking of factory direct, Alibaba UK is up next. Now, with Alibaba UK, most people think that you can only purchase from wholesale from them. And up until a few years ago, that was true. Alibaba was solely for wholesale. I used to buy a lot of things on their wholesale, and I would have to store them in my house or in my apartment. And that would take up a lot of space. But now there's a few different ways that you can actually drop ship from Alibaba. Check this out. So let's go ahead and look for something that we want to sell. So let's do tank tops. Let's say we want to get into fashion. What you want to do is go ahead and look for whatever it is that you want to sell. And then here on the left-hand side, we want to move to the minimum order. Here we can go ahead and just put 1 and click on OK. And then we'll see all of the different products or all of the different listings that allow people to purchase just 1. So that way we can drop ship them. Now, the other option that you have is simply reaching out to the suppliers directly on Alibaba. And this is also something that's very effective because Alibaba actually makes communicating with suppliers very easy. And all you have to do is go ahead and click on chat now. And after you sign in, you'll be able to message the supplier directly. Now, I do suggest that you reach out to the supplier, even if you found listings that only have a minimum order of 1. So that way you can see if you can have some better pricing, maybe even some faster shipping. Alibaba is actually a really good place to be able to communicate with suppliers because they're all willing and ready to work with you. But again, just to reiterate, if you do see a product that has a minimum order of 5, 20, or maybe even 30, message them and see if there's anything that they can do for you. So that way you can have a minimum order of 1 and be able to drop ship that particular product. Now, the cool thing with Alibaba is that you also have access to literally anything. They have every single niche and every single product that you can think of on here because most of these are factory direct. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but AliExpress and Alibaba are both supported by AutoDS. So that way you have automated drop shipping throughout your entire experience. All right, next up we have Salehoo UK. Now, Salehoo is a little bit different. They're actually a directory of different suppliers for the UK. So not only do you get an extensive list of different dropshipping suppliers for the UK, they're also all verified with quality assurance. So you can make sure that you are having quality products with fast shipping. You also have access to tons of different market research tools that can help you choose what niche and what products to get into or to offer. And finally, you also have access to different educational resources so you can keep learning more about the business. All right, before we move on to number 5, I guess this is a perfect time to tell you that if you want access to all of these different suppliers in an easy to reference list with all of the different links to them, then just drop a comment down below with the hashtag UK Suppliers. And let me know which one of these suppliers is your favorite. But let me know which one is your favorite because a lot of you are just commenting the hashtag and those aren't the rules. We're still giving you, of course, a cheat sheet, but let me know which one of these is your favorite. Also, make sure you're subscribed as well so that way you don't miss out on any future videos that can help you out in your dropshipping business. All right, let's move on to number 5. And that's going to be Banggood UK. Now, one thing that sets Banggood apart from pretty much a lot of the other ones on here is that everything that is sold on Banggood ships from Banggood. So Banggood has their own warehouses around the entire world, in this case, in particular, in the UK. And all of the products that are shipped through there are sold directly from Banggood. So you're not purchasing from a third-party supplier. Now, Banggood does have warehouses across the UK with fast shipping and, of course, very high-quality products. Besides that, they're very dropshipper friendly. The Banggood website is made for dropshippers. So everything you find on here is dedicated for a business like yours, dropshipping. Besides that, there's always some sort of deal going on. And you also get cash back when you become a member. And best part, you can become a member of Banggood for completely free. All right, this next supplier is actually niche specific, and it's gonna be for the home niche. So if you're selling anything in the home and garden niche, this is one of the best suppliers that you can work with for the simple reason that they have some very high quality products. and that is Wayfair UK. Now, similar to Banggood, Wayfair is made for dropshippers. It's actually made by dropshippers as well. Wayfair was originally intended for dropshippers to be able to source different types of products in the home niche at pretty good prices with, of course, high quality and fast shipping times. Now, one of the biggest things that sets Wayfair apart from some of the other ones on here, besides being specific for the home niche, is the fact that they have an insane amount of home products to choose from. So you can literally offer anything for just about anyone. Now, to make things even sweeter, if you spend over $49, which for the most part with the products that you're going to be selling, your customers are going to be purchasing more than that, you have access to free 2-day shipping. So that way you can have your products to your customers a lot quicker than anybody else. And not just that, but you also have access to the My Way program. The My Way program is only $30 for the entire year, and it gives you access to tons of different benefits, such as free shipping and free next day shipping. Now, speaking of the home niche, another dropshipper friendly supplier that is made for dropshippers is Costway. Now, Costway UK is another supplier in the home and garden niche. But the difference with Costway is that there are no memberships. Not just that, but the products that are shipped from Costway are also shipped in very generic boxes, so that way your customers don't know where you're sourcing your products from. Besides that, to make things even sweeter, they even have dropshipping agreements. So you know how some platforms actually ask you for an agreement between you and your supplier? Like, let's say eBay. Well, you can reach out to Costway and get that agreement so you can continue dropshipping legally without any repercussions from that marketplace that's asking you for proof. Now, the chances of any marketplace asking you for proof like this, it's pretty slim to none, but it does happen from time to time. And being able to have access to an actual agreement that shows that you're working with Costway directly to source your products is invaluable. It can literally save your entire dropshipping store. Besides that though, they do have UK warehouses where all of their products are going to be shipping from if you're dropshipping in the UK, and they have free shipping without having to have a membership. Now, last but not least, they also have a pretty good return policy of 90 days. Now, one of the things that does set Costway back just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, is the fact that they don't have as many products as, let's say, Wayfair. Wayfair has literally millions of products, whereas Costway is going to have a few thousand. But don't let that scare you away, because they do have at a minimum about 8,000 different products to choose from, meaning you still have access to a pretty large selection. Sticking to the home niche, we have another one, which is Vita XL UK. Now, Vita XL does specialize in the home niche as well, and they have market competitive prices, meaning they are going to have some of the lower prices for you to source from. Besides that, they also have free shipping on pretty much every single one of their products, so you can take advantage of that as well. Not only that though, but they do have a few other categories in the home niche that some of these other suppliers don't have. Some of which can include things like sporting goods, hardware, and a few others. Oh, and of course, last but not least, they also have 24/7 deals, meaning there's always some sort of special or some sort of deal going on that allows you to save a bit more money and in turn make higher profits. All right, CJ Dropshipping UK is up next, and they're kind of similar to AliExpress UK, except with a few different and added features. For one, CJ Dropshipping offers print on demand, meaning you can print your custom designs, or you can print custom clothing or different types of custom products that are going to be unique to your store. So nobody else is going to have these because you're going to be the one that's going to be designing them. Besides that, they also have white label branding, and get this, they have a video and photography service. So you can request videos and pictures of products that are taken directly from the manufacturer. And best part is that they're going to be professional photos. So you're not going to have any stocky images that literally everybody else is using. You can reach out to the suppliers through here, and they'll take actual pictures of the product, actual aesthetic pictures, pictures that convert, and videos that actually are realistic. They're real pictures and real videos. Now, another thing that sets them apart is that if somebody orders multiple products, a lot of the times they are going to come in one shipment. Most dropshipping suppliers, since they're sourcing their products from multiple different dropshippers or multiple different suppliers, like I said earlier, AliExpress being a platform sourcing from multiple suppliers, that means they're all going to come from different addresses. So your customer, if they order more than one product, they're going to be receiving multiple products or multiple packages. CJ Dropshipping eliminates that. CJ Dropshipping will ship everything in one package. And last but not least, one of the other things that sets CJ Dropshipping apart is going to be the fact that they have sourcing. So if you have any product that you can't find on here and you find it at any other supplier, if you want to source it from CJ Dropshipping, you can reach out to them and submit a sourcing request, meaning they'll go ahead and look for that product, source it, so that way you can source it from them directly. All right, this next one is one of my favorite marketplaces, and for good reason. It's one of the biggest places that you can dropship to and from. But in this case, we're talking about suppliers, so dropship from. And that's going to be eBay UK. When you source from eBay, you have access to literally anything and everything. There are so many sellers on eBay that at this point, it can even be considered another type of AliExpress, except with a few extra benefits or added benefits. One of them being better communication. Most of the people that are selling on eBay that you can source from, they, for the most part, are going to speak pretty good English. Not knocking on AliExpress or Alibaba or any of these other different companies, but for the most part, those are going to be Chinese suppliers. So communication can sometimes be a little bit skewed. Sometimes things can get lost in translation. On eBay UK, you are going to have a few sellers like this, which again is totally fine, but you are also going to have other sellers or other suppliers that are a bit more fluent, so communication is going to be a lot easier and a lot more streamlined. Besides that, eBay also has a lot of different policies to help protect both the buyer and the seller. So if you're buying from somebody on eBay, if you're using them as a supplier and something goes wrong and they don't want to help you out, then you can reach out to eBay and eBay will get this resolved for you. All right, so pretty much up until now, every single supplier that we've talked about has been automation friendly, meaning you can combine all of them with AutoDS to streamline your entire dropshipping business. Going forward though, some of the ones I'm going to show you don't have that access, but you can still dropship from them because they are, for one, very reliable suppliers, two, have very fast shipping times, and three, have some of the best quality products. So up next, we have Go Dropship UK. Go Dropship UK has no minimum order quantities, they have fast delivery times, and best of all, their website is pretty user-friendly. It's pretty straightforward and easy to use. Now, even though you don't have access to automation through here, you do have access to a sales team that can help you out throughout the entire process from start to finish. But again, it's not automatically done for you. You do have to reach out to them for any help or for anything that you need. But on Go Dropship UK, you do have access to quite a few different niches like the ones you see here. Home and garden, sports and outdoor, health and beauty, clothing and fashion, toys and games, and electronics. So you have access to a little bit of everything. All right, next up you have AW Dropship. Now, as it states in the name, this is a website or a supplier that's meant for dropshippers. Now, one of the things that sets apart AW Dropship is that they're actually focused on the gift niche. So here you can find tons of different gifts that you can offer in, let's say, a gift shop, or these can also be perfect for different holidays or for different seasons. Take into consideration Valentine's Day, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anything that requires a gift, you can source your products from here and expect to have some pretty unique products as well. Besides that, everything that you find on here is going to be specifically made in the UK. All right, next up we have Printify. Now, Printify is going to be specific for print on demand, but that doesn't mean that you can't dropship the products. Print on demand and dropshipping are pretty much the exact same thing, except with print on demand, you have access to being able to customize your products. You can customize the design, you can customize the colors, you can customize a lot of the different aspects on there without a minimum order quantity. Now, the cool thing about print on demand is that you're not limited to just things like t-shirts. You can offer t-shirts, hoodies, bathrobes even, bedding sets, curtains, shoes, mugs, literally almost anything that you can think of. Now with Printify, there is going to be a subscription fee if you decide to go pro. So there's two different versions for Printify. They have the free version and they have the pro version. The free version is going to give you access to everything that they have available, except at higher prices. Then you have the pro version where you are going to be paying a monthly premium, but you are going to have access to all of the same products at lower prices. So that way you can make a bit more money per order, or you can essentially increase your average order value. EK Wholesale is up next, and the cool thing about them is that they always have new products coming in. So their product catalog is always being refreshed, so you always have access to brand new trending products. Not just that, but of course they do have domestic warehouses and they have branding solutions. So you can reach out to them and get a bit more information on how you can brand some of these different products to offer to your customers. So that way, again, you can stand out and you can be unique with your offerings. Access UK is up next, and this is going to be for all of the fashionistas out there. So Access UK specializes in apparel and accessories. So as you can see here through their website, you have access to things like bags, purses, scarves, jewelry, sunglasses, hats, trolleys. I'm not sure what a trolley is actually. Oh, they're like bags, I guess. Interesting. I never knew that was the name for those. But anyway, besides that, Access is going to give you access to different types of fashion products. Now, another thing that you have access to with Access is going to be a reward system. So that way, the more you source from them or the more you purchase from them, the more points you can accumulate to be able to use towards a future purchase. All right, UK SM is up next, and they have a pretty unique catalog compared to some of the other ones on here. So for one, you're going to have different products for different types of events. So check it out. You have products specific for Mother's Day, for different types of occasions like back to school, Valentine's Day, Easter, and all of the different holidays. For different industries like the animal industry, baby and children, floristry, like things that have to do with flowers, florists, and anything in that matter. Different types of supplies, glass and ceramics, weddings and events, balloons and parties, and even toys and home and garden. So they have a pretty unique variation of different types of products and niches that you can source products for. Now, best part is that there's no minimum order requirement. So again, you can use them as a dropshipping supplier, and if you need to order just one, that's not going to be an issue. That's what they're made for. All right, DK Wholesale is up next, and check it out. They have a shop, but they also have a specific dropshipping tab. So if you click on here, you're going to be able to see what they have to offer for dropshipping, except you do have to sign up with them to be able to get more information on the pricing and what they offer. But they are dedicated to dropshippers as well. But if you just look through here, you can see that there are over 2,000 different products that you can dropship from a few different categories, such as domestic appliances, watches, clocks, and a few more. If you just look up here, we can see everything that they have to offer, or all of the different niches that they have to offer. So again, anything from watches all the way to toys, batteries, gifts, and tech. Now, one key feature that does stand out from DK Wholesale is going to be their return policy. So with them, you do have access to a 30-day return policy. So if for whatever reason your customer receives your product and they're not happy with it, you have 30 days to return it. All right, last but certainly not least, we have Amazon UK. Now, we all know and love Amazon, right? They have some of the fastest possible shipping, between 2-day, 1-day, and even same-day shipping sometimes. But the thing with Amazon is that they're not very dropshipper friendly, but I actually have a hack for this. Now, when it comes to Amazon, like I said, they're not dropshipper friendly. They don't like it when you take their products and you take them and ship them to multiple different locations. But in order to get around this, you simply just need to be using Fulfilled by AutoDS. And the reason for this is because when you do start to use AutoDS and you automate your dropshipping store, when an order comes in and it comes time to place that order with your supplier, in this case, Amazon UK, your buyer account is not going to be touched. So it's not going to be showing that you're making the purchase and sending it to your customer. Instead, AutoDS will use their own buyer accounts, so that way your account is never touched and it's never put at risk. And the best part is that you still have access to Amazon Prime shipping. So you still have access to 2-day, next day, or even same day shipping at times. Now, we all know Amazon, so there's really not much to say about it, but again, they have some of the fastest shipping in the game and some of the best pricing. A lot of the times, some of the pricing that you find on, let's say, AliExpress, you can find that same pricing through Amazon as well. So those are the top 18 suppliers to dropship into the UK. Again, whether you're dropshipping in the UK, from the UK, or in the UK from outside of the UK, these 18 different suppliers make it a lot easier for you to source all of your different products with high quality and fast shipping. So remember, if you want access to the cheat sheet with all of the different links to everything that I talked about in today's video, just drop a comment with the hashtag UK suppliers and let me know which one of these was your favorite. If you found any value in this video, or if you found it informational in any way, shape, or form, if it helped you out, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button so you don't miss out on any future videos. My name is Mario with AutoDS, and I'll catch you all next time.